Stop. Yeah, he really was fun.
Well, there that goes.
Well, he and another coach threw was
We should be good.
It's one of the national meets and went out to these. And we had a national player where he could like clap at and it was like songs.
Brendan, are you coming up tomorrow? I'm texting the kids right now, so
You got it. Just hope they go in.
Hi, Dean.
New plane. That ain't gonna work.
Gonna hold it for a while.
Problem is it's supposed to go.
What if I put my water bottle there? Like on the other side opposite the camera.
How's that?
That's actually really good.
Should we go and say hi to the people? No. If they can hear me chewing my bagel.
I think that's good.
Maybe if you put this whole cheese in it, it would be.
At the end,
Oh,
I'll
you can
way
do
high.
commentary the whole time. Yeah, so up next is
It's impossible.
you're gonna wave? Wave at what?
The camera.
They said hi.
Travis King said hi. Hello.
The world stops for Marcus Roadhouse.
Did it work? Good bagel
Yeah.
on my face.
Hey, we got one here.
No.
Hello, everybody. How we all feeling? Wonderful. That sounds real mellow. I think the playlist got us right where we need to be. What do you guys think? I really enjoyed all the close-ups of Sam's face when it just kind of kept clipping right over to his entire perfect, amazing hair. It's been great. Yeah, it's been real good. So we are here to celebrate our 2025 graduating seniors as the Gustavus track and field staff speak on each athlete and their amazing accomplishments and attributes towards the team. So we have 35 seniors to talk about this year, along with many other athletic accomplishments over the 24 to 25 season. So hope you're comfortable. Don't kick off your shoes or anything, but we've got a ton of material for you. Torque's got some monologues. Let's just get lost in this evening like we're Supa's AirPods, shall we? We got them warmed up, Coach. Come on, let's do it.
Had a big year in review, and we started off competing already in December, and so thinking about our full indoor season, moving into the outdoor season, and all the stuff still to be had in the weeks to come, especially during conference week. This is a special one, doing this one before conference week, but to honor all of the amazing things that you have done along the way, and all the good stuff, all the bad stuff, everywhere in between. So those that are returners next year, remember all the good stuff from those seniors and none of the bad stuff, right? But it's going to be just an incredible accomplishments that we want to have for today, and to be able to highlight some really amazing things that has happened this year. All right, the first thing that we want to do is honor our awesome captains. You see their personalities, you see their leadership during meets and during practices, and sometimes in the CAF and everywhere in between. But I hope you got a great taste about what these captains really did behind the scenes. The hard work to try to make the culture what it is, the team what it is, all the sacrifices they have made to make sure that we're taking top priority in this team and making this special team a special place year after year after year. So with that being said, we want to honor and recognize our amazing seniors for the 2024-2025 track and field season. Our men's track and field captains, please come up when your name is called. Sam Schultz, Noah Stagerberg, Connor McCormick, Isaiah Suba. Women's track and field captains, Jenna Bunker, Kaylin Walukas, Megan Garretts, and Kate Carlson. And for our senior speeches to kick things off, the two that we want to recognize working incredibly hard behind the scenes are your two seniors that are team managers, and that's Callista Lamont and Avery Rowan. Hopefully they're tuning in live on the link. But those two, same thing as captains. You've seen really on our social media stuff over the last 6 years, we've come a long way for track and field and cross country. And a lot of that stuff behind the scenes are from our team managers, our coaches, and a lot of helpers. What you do as a team member, as a captain, as a leader of your event group, really as you come in as a freshman, all the things you learn along the way and you want to leave as a senior and your legacy as a senior. Our team managers, Callie and Avery, did an amazing job at captivating this identity of our team. The graphics that highlight the different fun things that meets, and so really all of the amazing stuff that we value as our team, that we want the entire world to see, they have been able to captivate that so well and show all the successes in all the long days, the long track meets, the times in the office, the funny things, all those good stuff. But I just want to show my appreciation for the incredible work that Callie and Avery have done, so thank you so much to those two.
Next senior on the list is Isaiah Suba. Suba's track career has been a roller coaster to say the least. I feel like whenever you were looking your best, you always had some sort of setback. I believe you are the second best long jumper all time in school history, and that is saying a lot about your work ethic and willingness to try new things. For those of you who don't know, Suba only did 1 year of track in high school and was a triple jumper. Once he got to Gustavus, he worked hard in the weight room and on the track and kept getting stronger and faster. After an eventful first year, he switched to primarily long jumping for his next 4 years. Then after ankle injury, multiple hamstring issues, we're hoping that his jumping career can continue and he makes it into conference. You've always been a role model for all the other jumpers, although sometimes a little spacey and forgetful. You've helped create the culture in the jump squad, and I am grateful for everything that you've done throughout your 5 years. You'll definitely be missed, and I know your legacy will continue on. Thank you for an amazing 5 years as your coach.
Expecting that, bro.
This guy likes sports.
I took that line out of your speech for this one, so. Our next senior is Sam Brenner. Sam worked his way onto the team after a trial period. We had really no idea what we were taking on, but I can honestly say I wish we had more time with you. Sam's high school PRs were not very flashy, but what he did in college, he took over 2 minutes off his 5K while he was here. He took about 20 seconds off of his mile, and he took about a minute off from your 2 mile to your 3K. So, and that was all highlighted by just an incredible work ethic. Sam came every day and did his job. He just worked his tail off over and over and over again, and you could tell that the team noticed it. Some of our favorite memories are those races at the end of the year where you would have that big PR. You'd always save your best for the last race of the year. Sophomore year, getting mobbed after a 5K and not wanting anybody to touch it because you were exhausted was a really fun time. And I just appreciate everything that you've done while you've been here. Underclassmen, I hope you saw Sam out there working, because I don't know of anybody that works harder than Sam Brenner. And he accomplished so much because he loved the opportunity to be on this team and gave everything he had for this group. And that's rare. And I told your folks on Saturday, I don't get too worked up during races. I mean, I get excited, but not emotional the other way. And I think your indoor 3K was probably the first time I almost cried at a race. So it was just fun to see you succeed with everything you put in, and it's been a blast coaching you, bud. Thank you for everything.
Right. This is where the time we can get everybody involved. So we have our letter winners, our 4-year letter winner pins. And to start things off, our letter winners, please stand once your name is called to be recognized. A letter winner for the indoor or outdoor must be a captain, a senior in good standing all 4 years who hasn't lettered in a season before, or someone who qualifies to compete at the indoor or outdoor conference championships. Year 1 is a certificate and a jacket. Year 2 is team recognition. Year 3 is team recognition. And year 4 is your 4-year letter winner pin. All right, we'll get everybody involved for our indoor season. Our outdoor acknowledgements will come later, but our letter winners for women's track and field indoors, please stand. Grace Vance, Erin Beer, Jenna Bunker, Kate Carlson, Camille Finney, Izzy Finbo, Megan Garretts, Allie Graff, Sydney Hagan, Becca Hoffman, Kayla Carr, Sarah Lindner, Molly Liston, Kenzie Littmer, Aubrey Mayer, Mackenzie Murphy, Katie Peterson, Emily Podolke, Lauren Rockford, Lillian Selberg, Allison Stacy, Chelsea Stahl, Laura Tolvin, and Kaylin Malukas. Congratulations on your letter. Okay, be seated. For our men's track and field for indoors, please stand. Amy Geese, Nick Brower, Brendan Carlson, Tyler Flunker, Tennessee Fossen, Liam Framo, Landon Gilbertson, Tyler Heil, Will Jansen, Zachariah Cho, Henry Lansom, Simon Lippard, Connor Martins, Logan Mrazinski, Cole Matedich, Connor McCormick, Alex Palmer, Spencer Pearson, Evan Pulio, Joe Ream, Carson Rail, Mark Rude, Marcus Rupnow, Logan Sandmeyer, Sam Schultz, Tyler Smith, Noah Steigerberg, Cohen Stursa, Isaiah Suba, Nico Vargas, and Ben Wanya. Congratulations. All right, our 4-year letter winner pins, we have 6. We did have some that grabbed them yesterday to use while at graduation, but we still want you to come up and come back and grab yours and have an amazing handshake and recognition of accomplishment. Your 4-year letter winner for pins, Sam Schultz, Marcus Rupnow, Tyler Smith, Megan Garretts, Aaron Beer, and Kate Carlson. Those are your 6. Amazing. All right, we are rolling right along. We do also want to recognize the amazing accomplishments at the Indoor Conference Championships with all conference, honorable mention, and our point scores. These are all the individuals that contributed to point scoring, conference points for our Indoor Conference Championships at St. John's. Our all conference for men, please stand to be recognized when your name is called. Brendan Carlson in high jump, Tyler Smith in the 800 and 1K, Liam Frommel in triple jump. Honorable mention, Joe Ream in pole vault, Cole Tedich high jump, Connor McCormick heptathlon, distance medley relay, Brower, Heil, Brucknow, rail. Inner 4x4 relay, Brucknow, Cohen, Sam, and Tyler. Our additional point scores for men, Logan Marzinski in pole vault, Nick Brower in the 1K. Congratulations. All conference on the women's side for Indoor Conference Championships. Kate Carlson, the 60 and the 200. Megan Garretts in the 400 long jump. Sarah Lindner, triple jump. The 4x2 relay of Kate, Allison, Sarah, and Megan. Kayla Carr, high jump. Honorable mention, Allison Stacy in the 60. Laura Taubman, 60 hurdles. Sydney Hagan, 5K. Allison Graff, pole vault. Camille Finney, pole vault. Aaron Beer, high jump. And your additional point scores, taking 7th or 8th at the conference championships, scoring points for the team, Molly Liston in the 5K, Emily Podolki in the 60 hurdles, the 4x4 relay of Allison, Aubrey, Izzy, and Kenzie, and the distance medley relay of Caitlin, Kenzie, Aubrey, and Mac. Congratulations.
We're gonna do one other little award here quick, and little is the incorrect word. We have this year's Hollingsworth Key recipient is on the team, and that goes to the Gustavus male athlete, senior male athlete with the highest cumulative grade point average. The honor is named after legendary football coach and athletic director Lloyd Hollingsworth. He served in the program's most successful period in football in the 40s and the 50s, and also played a key role in the athletic department, being AD from 61 to 75. This year, you've probably seen his name for winning a lot of academic awards. Mr. Tyler Smith, would you please come on up as a recipient of the Jonah Johnson. How we doing, bud?
Good.
These 4 years flew by way too fast. So, for those of you, actually, Jonah, stand up real quick so everybody can see you. There's probably a lot on the team that maybe don't know Jonah, maybe just recognize him because he's such a quiet guy. You can sit now. Jonah's got a quiet demeanor, but don't let that fool you. He is constantly paying attention to what's going around, always watching what's happening and looking out for his teammates. Very insightful, witty, always bringing some good banter to practice and meets. And is always present. It's been awesome watching you grow and mature over these 4 years. Like Sam, we saw lifetime PRs in almost every event, highlighting by 30 seconds, over 30 seconds in your 3K from your 3200 conversion, and over a minute in the 5K. And that's really impressive work while you've been here. Thank you for always being willing to do the work, being so coachable, bringing that energy to the group day in and day out. And it's just been truly a joy to have you on this squad. It's been great, and loved having you be a Gusty, bud. Come on up.
dog.
I get the privilege to talk about Tennessee Faucet. What a unique journey, what a fun journey. The path to get to your senior year, you had to overcome some amazing challenges. But what I've appreciated about you for your senior season is your willingness to learn, to think about track in a new way, to think about race modeling, and to think about how to be a better leader and leaving it all out there. So, you know, Tennessee, some may not recognize you at times when your first year, when you shaved your head and you came to a track practice and you're like, who's that new guy? But now they're saying, who's that new guy this year? Running 50.3, having lifetime bests, running on some really awesome relays and some individual opens, competing at such a high level. Your teammates respect you, they love you, they trust you, and you did a lot for our group. So Tennessee, thanks so much, and congrats on being a senior. All right, awesome. Z Zagrecho, another one with a little different path to be here. Came all the way from St. Peter, being away on the soccer team to saying, hey, I'm pretty fast on the soccer team. I think I might want to give this a try. To your growth of where you're at as a senior has been just incredible. I think the one amazing thing, probably one of my favorite visuals, my favorite memories of this year, the indoor conference championships, and Z's behind his blocks. There's a ray of sun that goes past his back and then through right behind his head. He's got his Kung Fu headband on, he's in the zone, he's in his zen, and then he goes out and runs some really amazing times. Going to our outdoor season, being able to run and break the 11-second barrier and running 10.9, being such a positive role model. Your work ethic has been great, an amazing addition to the team, and you've accomplished some incredible things, and some of the things that you don't know that have happened this year behind the scenes, our first years, our underclassmen, and even the other seniors. Respect you so much. They see what you're doing, and they love having you on this team. So Z, thanks for being here, thanks for everything you've done, and congratulations on graduating.
As they say, practice makes perfect. So Danny Beast, thanks for coming back after 4 years of practice to have another 5th year of practice. Danny didn't need a second try to show us what true leadership looks like, but he definitely made the most out of it this year. So you guys might have noticed, but our men's team has absolutely been flying over some bars, in no small part due to Danny. And his cheering squad, by the way, which he always has with him. So if you ever see Danny at a meet, you're gonna notice his family and probably a Brendan Carlson there too. You guys have probably also noticed Danny's getting a little bit older and his knee is kind of ground down into powder. So thank you for giving us the rest of that powder to be able to jump the rest of this season. So like we said last year, Danny, it's been just a treasure to have you here for this whole time. Come on up here, man.
He's using the mouse. You gotta use the arrows.
Now time for a team award. We're gonna mix these in throughout the night. The one that we want to do now is significant improvement. And this is a returning team member who through extremely tough and hard work and dedication, made exceptional progress over the previous year for the benefit of themselves and the team. The award winners for the men's team for significant improvement, please come up when your name is called. Brendan Carlson, Zechariah Cho, Tennessee Fossen. The award winners for the women's team include Kaylin Walukas, Sarah Lindner, Chelsea Stahl, and Maddox Lee.
The honor of speaking about Zachariah Stordahl. He's been our best hammer thrower for the last couple of years, also throws discus, scored in the conference, in both. Whenever I'm talking to a recruit, invariably the mother will say, can my son be in other things besides track? Can he still be in choir, band, etc.? And I tell her about Zach. He's a physics major. He's on the track team, and he also plays violin in the Gustavus Symphony Orchestra, where he's second chair, or as he says, he's all-conference violin. Zach will be continuing his education next year at Kansas State. He's a good student, he's a good musician, he's a good, well-rounded person. I think he's the perfect Gustie. And no matter how he does this weekend, he'll always have the memory of winning his last regular season collegiate meet in the hammer throw at St. Olaf. My favorite memory of Zach is that after a poor practice throw, I'll say something constructive like I usually do. And Zach will say, just wait. My next one is going to be the best throw ever, just wait. Well, I hope that happens on Friday, Zach.
Calvin Moeller. If you know Calvin, you know that he's one of life's great thinkers. Whether he's solving a training puzzle or quietly reflecting on the human condition, with or without a pizza box in his hand, he's a pizza delivery guy for Domino's, we always joke about it in Hurdle Squad. He brings a level of intentionality that grounds everyone around him. So we do like just some film breakdown just because Hurdles is a very highly technical event. Calvin knows exactly where I'm going with this. So there's been a few really great wipeouts in Gustavus track and field history, but Calvin, you're at least in the top three, man. If you guys are lucky later, you might get Tyler Smith to reiterate what he said on his video commentary of, oh, here comes Moeller, he's having a great meet. Oh, never mind, as the camera just keeps on going down the track. So yeah, we definitely dig that video up, I think, and show it to everybody before conference. But Calvin, it's been amazing 4 years. Your thoughtfulness drives me insane sometimes, but I absolutely love it. Whenever we have anyone around, I say, go and talk to Calvin, he'll be able to sort you out. Come on up.
Such a you thing to say that too.
I get the privilege to talk about Michael Broad and Mikey B. Mikey coming out of St. Louis Park, and the story that you had and the years that have, the big memories and things that have had along the way. I think that our most infamous day for track and field has to be in the fall on Mikey B's birthday, and we get some Jace pizza and some root beer, and celebrate his birthday, and he doesn't like that at all. But it has brought us closer together, and it's something amazing from your family and for your mom, and being able to have that for the team. I'll always remember that, and something special along the way. Throughout each indoor season and each outdoor season, Mikey B and I started to get on the same page after probably a couple seasons, and say, you know what, I think Mikey wants to race this race. You know, he's a little particular about, I think I want to do this 400, or I don't want that straightaway. I don't want to do this indoor 200. I want to focus on this race or this 4x4. And by the end of it, I was like, you know what, I think he wants to do this weekend. And Mikey would come up to me and be like, I want to do this, this, and this. And we're like, we're on the same page, bud. And so it's been like that. You know, it's been a tough senior season and some different setbacks, but I appreciate who you are. Another awesome thinker that's being able to provide a lot of laughs and a lot of friendships, and draw our team closer together. So thanks for everything you've done on the track, but thanks for the great human being that you are off the track.
I get to talk about Lily Guy. It has been an amazing 4 years getting to know and coach Lily. Her first year started off a little rough with an injury, but she was still at her meets and helping out wherever she could. Lily also does gymnastics in the winter, so her dedication to two sports is unprecedented. Her commitment and strong work ethic always makes her a key member in our jump squad, and this past weekend proved just that. She now sits second all-time in Gustavus history for triple jump, and is just 13 centimeters shy of the school record. Lily is a nursing major and does a great job coordinating her clinicals and classes with practices to make sure she is getting the best of her student athlete experience. Thank you so much for everything over the years, Lily, and I'm excited to see where the rest of the season takes you.
School records, we've had 10 so far this year, and the season isn't done. We've had 5 indoors and 5 outdoors. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Please say something if I did. But please come up here to be recognized and for a photo in the back. Our school records that were broken this year during the indoor season: Tyler Smith in the 1K, 2:28:59. Tyler Smith in the 3K, 8:35:96. Megan Garrett's in the 200, 24:85. Megan Garrett's in the 400, 56:76. And Kate Carlson in the 55 meter, 7:31. Come on up. And for our school records for the outdoor season: Megan in the 400 at 54:34. Megan, the long jump all conditions best, 5:91, and the long jump wind legal of 5:82 happened just this past weekend. The 200 at 23:96, and Will Jansen in the 3K, 8:56:31.
First, I would like to say that the order is going to be wrong on the picture, so when you guys know everyone, it'll figure itself out. I want to start this off by asking the Mid-D seniors forgiveness for this unconventional senior salute. As much as I would have liked to have known you all longer than basically a year, it just isn't the case. To those that don't know, the seniors of both mid-D and distance were the first people I truly got to meet when I stepped on campus. I hadn't known it, but the hardest part of my interview would be facing the entire senior class and awaiting their judgment. Went well, obviously, here I am, but the funniest part is that I'm 90% sure that the mid-D group didn't think much of me as I told them that I loved the 5K and the 10K and that my 800 PR was around 2:45 until around senior year of college. Yet somehow 4 months later, they found me with a whiteboard full of mid-distance training waiting for them to try it out. The first senior that I'd like to recognize is Carson. Carson and I have worked through a lot together. In fact, the first time I saw him run, I thought, wow, he must be a really good steeple runner. He has such a long stride, I was like, oh, steeple runner. Wrong. But this thought spiraled into Carson training for steeple and having a less than perfect first experience with it. Hopefully, I have made up for telling Carson that his foot was definitely not sprained after that first race. Fast forward to later that season, we had a conversation at the end of that season, and I promised him that I would get him back to where he wanted to be and help him reach whatever goals he had. I hope that getting back to your PRs has helped me to fulfill that promise. Now, this is not to say there weren't setbacks along the way, but it is a credit to Carson's perseverance that he has achieved success within his indoor and outdoor seasons. The next senior that I would like to talk about is Anna. I am proud to say that when I first got to talk to Anna after that initial interview, it also happened to be a win for me in telling Brenda that Anna had indeed responded back to me when I initially texted her. For those of you that do not know Anna, she is a determined, spur-of-the-moment kind of person. The majority of my time coaching Anna has been this current indoor and outdoor season. However, that is not to diminish the insane 1500 race from Luther last outdoor season where no one was safe from her the last 100 meters of that race. It is because of Anna's hard work that she will be racing in her first ever MIAC conference track meet, and I'm so proud to have been able to see what she has accomplished this season. It makes me so happy that you chose to run mid-distance this season. Now, the next person was not able to make it here tonight, but in the hopes that he is watching this live stream, I would like to recognize Marcus. And don't worry, he didn't just dip out of here because he's too cool for us, he just had work stuff to do. For anyone that knows Rupp, they would be able to tell you how much he cares about this team. Through the good and the bad, Marcus has always been a supporter of his teammates. His love for the sport and his drive to always look to improve is something I know has helped him both on and off the track. Thank you, Rupp, for showing me just how hard someone can work towards their goals and for not falling on your face during the 6 a.m. well workout, attempting an all-out 200 45 seconds after basically all-out 500. I implore you guys to all give that a go. It was not pretty. Next up is Kaylin, who is one of the strongest and hardest working persons I've ever met. When I first met Kaylin, I had no idea how I was going to convince her to let me coach her in an 800 and 1500 meter race. I just remember watching her race and thinking that if she could get it to click, there are not many people that would be able to stick with her. So to Kaylin, thank you for your trust in me. Through all the solo cross-train sessions I made you do in the summer, she had to do those in the basement of her work, everybody. Hours. I don't know how she did that. To knowing that you had so much more to accomplish, and for letting me part of your running journey. Thank you for trusting that a crazy 10K runner could maybe help you reach that next step that you worked so hard towards. Who knew that the Gusty Track and Field Instagram post of a one shoeless Kaylin, her roomie Anna, and a random person in a red Central uniform at lacrosse would have been able to connect us to now. Down to the last two seniors, next up is Tyler. I feel lucky to have been able to coach someone as dedicated, knowledgeable, and hardworking as Tyler. Between trusting me to be able to help him accomplish his goals in both cross and track, to not shying away from any of the opportunities presented to him, and for being someone that I know is respected by both teammates and competitors. I can't express how thankful I am for having this opportunity to coach you. Tyler, thank you for all the times you let me bounce race strategies and workout ideas off you. Thank you for showing me that speed is fun, and that you can indeed run more than one 60-second 400 rep in a workout. It took the distance runner and me a long time to figure out that that really wasn't that hard for a mid-D guy. And thank you for helping me add to the discussion that the 3K can indeed be considered a mid-distance event. That makes Evan very mad, in case you guys want to know. And finally, thank you for being a leader to all those around you and never giving up through all the wins and the losses. Last but certainly not least is the one senior who did not show up for my interview. I'm pretty sure I can quote Aubrey telling me that she told Brenda that I won't be coaching her anyways, so that's why she missed my interview. Look how that worked out. When I first met Aubrey, she was running in the longest sprints group and was not quite sure what the future held for running. I am pretty sure the only reason she started talking to me was so she could repeatedly inform me that she had beat me in a cross-country race before. the same one from Kaylin and Anna being in a picture with me. And I also believe the only reason why she continued to talk to me past that was because I supported her pre-race pace 200s, which if you guys haven't seen those, every pre-race there's an 800, you'll see some 2s going on. Aubrey is someone who works hard and is always trying to get to the next level. And while convincing her to do cross country her senior year might have been one of the biggest challenges I have faced thus far in my coaching career, I am so glad she stuck it out. Since that point, she has gotten countless PRs, become a great teammate and leader, and has been able to show just how far she can go with running. Thank you for putting your trust in me and for putting in so much hard work to get to the point you're at today. To set the record straight, my PR in cross country is still 2 minutes faster than her, and she's still yet to beat my 1500 PR, but at least she got my 800 PR. And I know I didn't include any of the times or the PRs or the accomplishments that these seniors have gotten, but from what I've seen over the past year and a half that I've been here, they're a pretty hardworking group, and I know that they respect all of you guys. So to conclude this salute, I'd like to say thank you to all the seniors, and I hope that all of you know how much I respect and appreciate each and every one of you. You guys can come up now and get a flower.
Is this bad for us though?
I got this one. I was like, stay one more week. You're just believing all your pretty ones.
Now a break for some more team awards. The Coaches Award displays exceptionally coachable traits, good character, and promotes the team concept of track and field. Your award winners for the 2024-25 season are Sam Schultz, Zach Stordahl, Aubrey Mayer, Katie Peterson, and Kelly Brennan. Come on up.
All right, we're gonna do a little different for pole vaulters. I want all the senior pole vaulters to come on up by me. We were rookies together and we're gonna be rookies together today. Logan, Aiden. So 4 years ago, yeah, come on up, Joe. I got a story about you too. 4 years ago, I was a rookie here. The first year I got here, and these are, well, actually Logan wasn't even here the first couple days. And so we figured out we better get a few more vaulters, and it's turned out really good. But I wanted to just highlight a few things, because when you come in as a new coach, I figured, well, let's take things slow, let them know my personality. So here comes the first practice. I line up the mini hurdles to work on our speed and our stride length. And Jenna comes up, full blast, knocks over the first 3, breaks the 4th. Brand new, but, and again, my personality, all I could think of was, are you kidding me? And they looked at me funny, and but anyway, that's how we started. And then a little bit further down the line, I'm not sure, a meet maybe. Sometimes things spill out of my mouth that maybe I should think first, but we needed to get the intensity up, so I said, well, what do we gotta do? And I just said, give her nuts. And they all looked at me like, are you serious? And then came Joel along the first, it might have been the second year, when you loaded the poles for us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I have 3rd block at a high school, I'm teaching that, so I can't get down here in time. And Joel's a great helper, by the way, he said, I'll take the poles. So I'm pushing the speed limit down 169, and out in the woods up this driveway, I see a great big white pickup with our pole sticking up. You have to see this in the box over the top of the ceiling of the car, and he's trying to tie him back on. Now, Joe will probably understand this comment because I said, that wasn't a half bad job tying those on there. Remember? Anyway, we got to know each other pretty fast. Jenna, first what I'd like to talk about, I guess the word I would give to her is leader. And she does a great job. Herschel Walker leading in practice sometimes, and as a captain, she did a great job. And one thing with Allie and Jenna, I'm a go-go person, and so I don't like to be late to too much. These guys were always there with me, and we talk about that. Yeah, I hate being late too. But thank you for all your leadership, and it was a lot of fun. Next up is Allie. All right, and Allie, I picked a word for her is commitment. 2 years, she never missed practice with bad knee, pickleball knee, I call it the second time, 2 ACL surgeries. You never really got to do anything the first 2 years, technically, and then 1 year of high school, is that right? Finally this year, her commitment to be there even when she couldn't practice and is having just a great year. She has been either first, second, or third the entire indoor and outdoor season in the pole vault, and just an awesome job. Stand with it, especially through the bad times. All right, and then we're gonna go to Aiden next. Aiden showed up, and I knew quite a bit of the history of Malacca because a good friend coached up there, and my son was best friends with the coach's son, and they roomed together at the University of Sioux Falls. So we got talking, and I said, Aiden, we need some help, and we don't have very many guys out. And so I gave him the word recruiter, and he goes, well, there's this guy that played football with me that said he might try it, and it took us a few days to get him out, and sure enough, we picked up Logan just at the last minute there. All right, and a couple other things unusual about Aiden. A lot of things unusual about Aiden. But it took me about 8 or 9 years coaching high school to get a state champion. He filled in for Pat Coffey, wasn't it? Yep. Yeah, the coach that I was talking about, and went to the state meet and actually beat Riley Hansen, one of Billy's great athletes out of Banquet, and the first time he helped coach, he had a state champion. So I guess that's just luck all the way, isn't it? And then last word for Logan is pizza. And about, I don't know, what was it, second year maybe? We weren't, we're 13-foot vaulters, which is okay, but it's not great. So I go, all right, first person to get 14 feet, I'll buy a pizza. Sure enough, the next meet he goes 14-1 and a quarter, was it? And I owe him a pizza, but I still haven't paid. So I was hoping Casey has a cheap one, but we'll see. But anyway, it was fun. These people, all these guys, Lillian, I forgot about Lillian and Joe here a little bit yet. Lillian, I gave her the word, I gave her the word, I better look it up here, expressive. She lets you know a little bit of where she's at. And the fun part is watching her expression when she did PR. It was over maybe 9.6 or somewhere in there. And then the other thing that I'll never forget is she broke a pole, a brand new 11.6 130, and we think it just wasn't a very good pole. But when she got out of the pit, she goes, "Did that really just happen?" And her facial expression was awesome, but fun to look and work with her too. But anyway, Joe, you said something about this. It wasn't a half bad ball. Remember that? All right, and so I didn't get to work with Joe a lot all the time because he was a multi guy, but that's why when we had all those experiences with those poles last week or when we were at Mankato, Joe and I, how long did that take?
At least 30 minutes.
To put the poles in his truck and around the truck and on the truck. But anyway, worked hard. Thank you for all the work. And you're all going to be rookies again. And I was a rookie head coach out in California. And so every time you get a change in life, you get these experiences. And I had an interesting one where the San Diego Chargers sent out a defensive back to talk to our team during team time. And he said, priorities, keep your priorities straight. And we went, you can look at the poll, you go up and down, you have great PRs, and and then things just fall apart. And Logan's had trouble with the runway, or you want the PR at conference and it just doesn't happen. So this guy kept talking about get your priorities straight. And he said, if you do that, you're gonna have a great success. And he just used 3 words: God, others, me. And how do you summarize that? Humility. So good luck and keep your priorities straight.
Like the video, you should go. Yeah, 1 is for go, and 2 is for not. Drop a yes or no in the comments. Like and subscribe. The segment she goes to,
All right. I'll break in the action for some more team awards. Our next team award that we want to give out is a 3 Crowns Award. This demonstrates a good attitude, a strong work ethic, and good sportsmanship. Your award winners for the 2024-2025 season are Wyatt Hudspeth, Sam Brenner, Cullen Arneson, Becca Hoffman, Lily Guy, and Sydney Hagan.
Joe, you're just making history, man. This is the first time we've ever talked twice about somebody. So, Dean said all the nice things about Joe, so now I have to come back and do the other stuff. Trusty Rusty Joe. So, I mean, you guys might notice that there's like an injury theme to most of my speeches today, except for like 2 people, and Joe's no exception. So, Joe, you might remember that meet where we were coming back from helping out Wasika, and then we had the multi like later on in the week. This was like last year. So we're like, man, what can we do about this high jump that was pretty god awful up to that point? So, you know what? Let's go back to basics. What do you know about the Western roll? You guys know about the Western roll? It was the thing before the Fosbury flop. The multi guys are nodding their heads right now. Yeah, Dean actually invented the Western roll in 1908. You guys might not know that. Anyway, so we're like just getting back from this. I'm like, all right, we got 30 minutes. Let's just master this in 30 minutes. Why not do that? First attempt, Joe's getting warmed up, and he's going up, and he starts to actually kick over and promptly spike himself all the way down his entire leg. Yeah, he'll show you the scar. It's pretty glamorous. But all along the way, Joe kind of came to us in sort of a weird path where he's like, I'm pretty focused up on music. I'm really good at French horn. I'm here under scholarship for music, and like this is gonna be pretty cool. But as you guys well know, he's here getting his master's degree in athletic training. First class to ever do that. Well done, Joe. And I think his care and his attentiveness and his love of sport is going to carry him a long way in that field.
Stagenberg. Through some bigger injuries, some tough times, some re-aggravation of injuries, but the persistence was there, the work ethic was there, and the never doubting yourself and always believing yourself was truly there. So those from the team, if you take anything from Noah, take his belief in himself, his relentless pursuit of being the best Noah that he possibly can, and be the best possible teammate that he can be. He's not your most vocal guy, and if you would have said he was going to be a team captain your senior year, right away when he came in as a soccer recruit, let's kind of do this, let's think about how we can keep doing this whole track thing, to where he is now, setting a lifetime best last week, being a key contributor to our team. being an attentive listener, a great friend, a resource. When other people are going through difficult times, Noah is there with them. He's a listen first guy with a lot of character, and he's authentic to himself. So Noah, thank you so much for everything you've done.
Oh my God.
Is Gavin here? Oh, okay. Gavin did something that doesn't happen very often. He came out for a sport he'd never done to try a throw he'd never done. Normally I would have said probably not, but he was persistent and seemed sincere and willing to work hard. In the first year, this year, he suffered through the indoor season like most throwers who would throw javelin and hammer and discus do, waiting for outdoors, but had a good attitude the whole time, enjoyed being around the throwers. They were a very close-knit group, and Gavin fit right in. I give a lot of credit to Coach Lund. Under his leadership, Gustavus track is a very tight group. One of the things I love about this team is that you don't have to be a star to be part of it. It's a true team. Gavin worked hard and became a good javelin thrower. My best memory of him is he surprised all of us by having a 34-foot PR. I've never heard of that. I've been here a while at the Gustavus Twilight Meet. It was a pleasure to work with him. I hope he enjoyed it, and he'll always be a part of Gustavus track and field.
Sam Schultz might be the most interesting man in the world. I mean, he's kind of a world traveler. Sam, wasn't it the case where one morning you were hanging out with penguins and then you came back after a, 20-hour flight and then ripped out some 200s on an indoor track? I seem to remember that happening one January.
Yeah, you had me do 10 200s.
Yeah.
And then the next day, or like 2 days later, I ran the 400 at Mankato. I ran the slowest time in my college career.
Yeah. I wonder why. So that's kind of Sam in a nutshell. He has lived more in a weekend than most people do in a semester, what I have written down here. So he has very much ingrained himself in my memory as someone who's going to make the most out of every moment. He is just on top of what his experience is going to be in life. That very much pertains to track. If you look at his TFERs, it's about as long as my arm, and he has loved every second of all of that. Just going from being the skinny Bemidji kid who liked to do triathlons and go cross-country skiing to saying, no, I really want to try the multi, and then going out and actually competing and doing all of that stuff. Like you were, 140 maybe your freshman year, trying to throw a 16-pound shot. That was pretty crazy. So, Sam, I'll leave you with this. I'd like to thank you for reminding us that life is best lived with courage, curiosity, a solid warm-up, and a solid cool-down.
Sydney Hagen. All right, there you guys go. Where to start? If you look at Sid's TFERs, the line of PRs are outstanding. If you look at where she started and where she has finished, it's incredible. Taken almost 30 or 90 seconds off from the 2 mile to the 3K conversion. I've taken 3 minutes off in your 5K basically, and that's really tough to do. And remembering what you coming in just kind of wide-eyed and unassuming, and just like, yeah, this seems like a good idea. This will be fun. To the competitor and multiple point scorer for the team, it's just been so much fun to watch that growth. And with all of that, the best thing is who you are off the track. It's you come in every day, you are willing to help anybody, you support everybody. Your leadership is invaluable, and we're really gonna miss all of that stuff. I know you're gonna dominate at teaching with those qualities, and it's gonna be great moving forward for you. Thank you for an amazing 4 years. Like I joked with some others, we could try to flunk you to get you back for a little longer. So, but it's been amazing, and just thank you for being an awesome Gusty.
All right, a quick recognition on a few amazing things that have happened during our indoor season. And just please stand to be recognized, and we'll applaud you at the very end. We've had some MIAC Athlete of the Week honors, and they are Megan Garretts, Allie Graff, Tyler Stursa, and Kelly Brennan. We've had some national qualifiers for the indoor season. Please stand. Megan for the long jump, and Kate in the 200, and a second team All-American honors in the indoor season, Megan Garretts in the long jump and the 200. Congratulations. Kate Carlson. Time has flown by a lot. You started your career coming out of high school, had some personal bests of right in the 25.7 and maybe 12.6 or 12.7 range. But your work ethic, your determination, your relentless pursuit of being the very best that you can be, going through some tough times with a knee injury, a different situations, working out to see if hockey was going to work here or if we should go all in on track. But I'll tell you right now, that was the best decision you ever made, to go all in on track and field. And what you've done for this team has been just simply incredible. And I think people see the strength. I think people see the leadership. I think everybody sees just what your belief in yourself and the competitor that you are. But I think not everybody knows the funny side of you, and the goofball, and the one that cares, and that wants to embrace the community, wants to embrace this team, wants this team to do incredible things. And I promise you, Kate was one of those main leaders to get Gustavus Track and Field the first conference title in school history. And she was right in the thick of that, telling her teammates that we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. And it's been just incredible, the journey that you've had, to go from those times in high school to run 11.85 and 24.01, be a national qualifier, conference champion, school records, and all the little conversations that have helped make your teammates be who they are as well. We're incredibly grateful and proud of you. Congrats, Kate.
Katie Peterson. Katie has always been an instrumental member of the jump squad throughout her 4 years at Gustavus. She sort of developed into the mother hen of the jumpers, making sure people have sunscreen on, they know when to warm up, and keeping the boys in line during practices. She's an extremely hard worker and always wanting to know what she can do to be better. And that work ethic has transferred over into the younger jumpers. It's fun to see everyone's so invested in everybody else's performances, and you definitely helped create that chemistry within the jumpers. Your cheerful personality and willingness to strike up a conversation whenever possible will definitely be missed. Thank you so much for everything, and I'm excited for the rest of the season.
You got it, Katie. You got the moves in your heels. Coke Matedich, ladies and gentlemen. The only man I've known to have gotten his name wrong in a group chat and then just be ridiculed by Dan and Miller forever after. Cole, I mean, I don't know, man. You've had quite the rocky road, speaking of just the injury theme. I mean, Cole has a hole in his leg that doctors don't know what it is or anything like that, but he still jumps very, very high off of it. I'll try to do my best Cole impression. So whenever we're having like a little high jump meeting off to the side in the middle of a meet, it's just like, it looks like it's really cool and serious, right? So it's basically just like, hey Cole, you're gonna jump a little bit higher in the next one, right? Okay. And then he just kind of goes and rips it. That's Cole's theme. And I mean, the one story that I really think of is when we had our disastrous trip out to Colorado College to compete. One of the fun things we got to do was just kind of go and hang out in the mountains and just cruise around Red Rocks. I was with a group of like 4 of you guys, and then I was just really admiring just the wildlife and the birds and the beauty, and then I turn around and you're gone, and you're halfway up a cliff with Connor McCormick and Sam Schultz. I think it was actually in the slideshow. I'm just like, oh well, this is probably gonna end very poorly, but it didn't. So, Cole, thank you very much for your tenacity, just in the weight room as a guy, just working through all your injuries, and then just really doing whatever you can for the team. Really appreciate it. And you can't mention Cole Matedich without talking about the other side of the coin, Brendan Carlson. So, you know those annoying people that just take up the space in the blue during indoor season when we've like really got to be on top of making sure that we get our high jump mats out, making sure that the throws area is clean and ready to go. Usually it's just some kids messing around with basketballs or volleyballs, and that's where Brendan came from. Just kind of shooting around, taking some hits over a volleyball net up until the very, very just butt crack of 329 when he had to get off of there. But Coach Lund and I happened to see that he actually had a little bit of a vertical, so we talked about that. Said, hey Brendan, what is your vertical? He said, I don't know. Well, would you want to actually test that out and maybe come and jump for us? Give me the weekend to think about it. The rest is history. So all of last year, he was a little bit frustrated with himself, trying to figure out life, trying to get over, was it like 180 or 185? And this year he is going over 2 meters, which is like him and Cole are like the second and third or second best jumpers in Gustavus history. So he has a heck of a mustache. We can never take that away from him. He's also the president of the men's volleyball team. And he's always doing something. He's always trying to just give some positivity to everyone around him. So if you're ever just looking for a chill guy to hang out with, I highly recommend the one and only Brendan Carlson. Come on up.
Say some awesome things about Nate Lee. When Nate Lee first came in as a recruit coming out of Burnsville for football and for track, we knew that he could be a difference maker. We didn't know the energy that Nate Lee has, and especially as a first year, he had his necklace dog tags on. He's flying 1,000,000 miles an hour. We said, hey, this is day one. Don't get injured. We're okay. And he is his personality is infectious. His passion, who he is for the team, who he is for this campus has been really fun to watch. And we've had some ups and downs with injuries as well for Nate Lee, but the amazing things for him, being a part of the conference, all-conference 4x1 team last year, running some incredible legs on the 4x1, and also being a key contributor and a point scorer in the 60 meters and in multiple conference championships, and just the infectious personality that he is, and we appreciate. So, Nate Lee, thanks for everything you've done. The Career Award. I don't think we maybe did this one last year, or it's not often that we do this award. It's special. This Career Award is awarded to a Gustie who is awesome for 4 years and deserves a ton of recognition and appreciation. We don't hand out this one every year, but this year we have the pleasure to do so for both the men's and the women's programs. From winning conference championships to scoring points for the team at 7 different championships each since they've been here. Both have made a tremendous impact on our program, and we want to recognize their accomplishments. The Career Award goes to Tyler Smith and Kate Carlson. Right into Tyler Stursa from Medford. Coming out of high school to see where we're going now. For Tyler, also had a lot of injuries. We've had this with a lot of our senior crew here, working through a lot of different situations on how we could improve form, how we could be at our best, how we can get back to competing, how we can get back to loving the sport, to loving running again. And your growth this year has been just incredible. If you don't know Tyler that well, Tyler is very thoughtful, he's very caring, he's aware. He might have 1,000 other things that he's trying to do, but I promise you he's thinking, and he's thinking about you, and he's thinking about the team. You know, Tyler was one of the main ones when I was going through a difficult situation last year that pitched in with the team and made me feel supported and made me feel loved. Tyler this year has taken an amazing leap of leadership into our longest sprints group. This is the paces we gotta do, this is the run we gotta do, these are my goals, this is what I wanna accomplish. And then he just started having fun. And it turned into this outdoor season where he took a lot of that off his shoulders, and he decided just to compete and to try to beat his brother and try to beat the other people around you. And heck, in eight days, he almost had 3 lifetime bests in the 800, and he's given himself a chance to qualify for the conference championships, running a lifetime best of 2:02 in the 800, and has done some amazing things for our longest sprints group and for our team in general. So Tyler, thanks so much for everything you've done.
Aaron Ruby Beer, tell me you're in the room. There you are. Aaron Ruby Beer is one of the few people in this room who can actually say she knew me before I had long hair. Actually, the first student athlete that I ever recruited was Aaron Beer. We came to a volleyball game up in Roseville High School and just watched her smash down and just embarrass a whole bunch of 8th graders. It was pretty cool. So Erin's had a little bit of a rocky road again with the injury theme, but all through it, she's been just an overwhelmingly positive person. What I think I'll miss most is just having your entire fortitude vibe, bringing your Bluetooth and playing that god-awful country music during our high jump practices, helping out at clinics, coming into my office, telling me about what Buddhist thought you're having for the day, talking about environmental concerns, helping me get some medication for a cat, so appreciate that really, by the way, and just for jumping high and doing everything that you can just on what limited ligament that you have left in that dang game. So, Aaron Beer, every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Unfortunately, this is our end. Come on up.
Kelly Brennan. Kelly was recruited to play basketball at Gustavus and did for a year, decided to switch to track. I checked out her high school stats and thought, well, hopefully she could score a couple points by her senior year. I was wrong. She scored 22 points last year in the outdoor meet and was named the Field Event Athlete of the Meet. How did she do this? I made a list for you returning athletes to emulate. Number one, she got strong. I don't care what event you're in, get strong. Number two, she was willing to try new things with some coaching. She changed from the glide shot to the spin shot. Didn't want to do it, but she did it and it turned out pretty good. She did not want nothing to do with the discus. Sophomore year didn't throw it. Junior year tried it. She now has the top throw in the conference in the discus. Mentally, very even keel. I think that's really important for a good athlete. She didn't get too excited when things went well. She didn't get too down when things didn't go well. And she gives 100% in practice and 100% in meets. And finally, she has fun. If track isn't fun, you shouldn't be doing it, and she has fun. I asked her last week, we were throwing the hammer, and I said, is there anything you'd rather have more fun at than throwing a hammer? And she said, nope. Kelly has done some amazing things that neither of us, I think, thought she would do. It's been a fun ride. I'm looking forward to seeing how it ends this weekend. And however it ends, it's been a great journey and a lot of fun.
Megan Geertz. Megan, I don't even know where to start. For those of you who don't know, I was also Megan's high school coach. So picture little 7th grade Megan showing up to jumps practice and wanting to be a jumper after doing it during elementary track camp. I would have never guessed that you would be where you are today during that first moment, seeing you run down the runway. Your work ethic, dedication, and passion for the sport has taken you a long way. School record holder in the indoor and outdoor 400s, 200s, as well as the second best long jumper in school history indoors, and just reset her outdoor long jump school record this past weekend with a wind legal 19-foot jump. And I definitely probably missed a couple school records and facility records in her events. Megan is an education major and will be a chemistry teacher in the future while probably picking up coaching track and field as well. I don't know where that came from. It has been an amazing 10 years being your coach, and I'm excited to see what distances and times you can achieve the rest of the season.
That should conclude our senior speeches. Great job, coaches. Yeah, let's give a round of applause for our... And to wrap things up, we have a few more special things that have happened so far this year. One, for all of you, you have been awarded with your great dedication to the classroom, the D3 track and field all academic teams for both our men's and women's programs again this year, so give yourselves a round of applause. Another special award, he was given his plaque already, but we will recognize him. Our MIAC Elite 22 Award for the indoor track and field season. The MIAC Elite 22 Award recognizes the true essence of the term student athlete by honoring the individual who has reached the pinnacle of competition at the conference championship level in their sport while also achieving the highest academic standard among their peers. Modeled after the NCAA Elite 90 Award, the MIAC Elite 22 Award is presented to the student athlete with the highest grade point average in each sport who meets similarly high sport-specific athletic requirements. Your award winner on your team to represent Gustavus Adolphus, Tyler Smith. unique accomplishment is a member of your team for women's track and field and is the highest point scorer at the MIAC Indoor Conference Championships this year with a total of 30 points, and that is Megan Garrett's. And our last award to give out this evening is another special award. We do not give this one out every year as well. It is the Tanner Meast Award, exceptional in the classroom and as a competitor. Someone on the team with a very strong or flawless GPA and a national caliber athlete. The Tanner Meast Award recipient, Megan Garrett's.
We wrapped that up in under an hour and a half, you guys. It's pretty impressive. 35 seniors. Okay. Yeah, well done us. Well done us. So, it's been a great season so far. Everything you guys have done, all those 6 a.m. practices, all those reps you didn't want to do, all those finals that were just absolutely a pain in the butt, have led us to this moment, this week. What we're going to be doing in our 75-degree weather when everyone else wants to be in track and field, but they can't because they didn't go through all the crap that we had to go through over the course of the year. So I hope as we prepare for our final push through our conference season and nationals for some of our wonderful young women here, that you guys just remember everything that led you to this moment. Appreciate your seniors. Seniors, make sure that you bequeath some of your wisdom upon our underclassmen, and really just enjoy each other, enjoy this last week here in Gustavus, and make it special for everybody.
As we go out those doors, we're going to take an entire group photo on those stairs, right down by the calf, and then seniors stick around after for your special photo after that. So, have a good night. Head to the stairs for a photo.
Should we pause it? I think we can probably end the live. I don't know. Should we end it?
Yeah, end it.